What's going down, everybody? It's your boy Reckless Talk with the Jeremy G podcast. Man, got an amazing episode for you guys today, episode 26. Kicking it with a top 10 battle rapper in the world, that boy Loso. What's going down, brother?
What's good, my guy? Bless, bro. Appreciate you having me.
Man, it's a blessing for you to be on here, man. For real, for real. Major blessing, brother. I've been following you for quite some years now, man. And man, major blessing, man. It really is. I appreciate it. I just
Mhm.
want to start off, man. How was your battle you had with Stretch this past Saturday?
It was dope. It was a good event because a lot of battle rappers came through. We was all on the card, some legends and stuff like that. The legend Iron Solomon, he was hosting the event, and it was fire though. You know what I'm saying? I went up there, clear win, bodied them and stuff like that, which was crazy because I ain't seen this writing from him until Thursday. But
Right.
I was kind of like procrastinating. But at the end, but we put in work no matter where we at. I'm just glad that the fans and the community enjoyed it. I'm glad that the host enjoyed it, and the league owner felt like they got their money's worth. So
But they should already know. Anytime you about to bless the stage, you're gonna give them their money's worth. You're gonna do your part.
yeah, of
For
course.
real. Let's start with, man. Tell everybody what was Loso like as a kid, man.
Yeah, man. Growing up in a single parent household, I mean, nothing too far from the norm. Always outside. Um, in New York, that's where we obviously I was born in Queens, New York. I lived there till I was 10, Queens and Brooklyn. Um, that's where most of our family was at anyway. And so always just in the neighborhood. I mean, skating, playing, sports, racing, doing whatever I was doing out there. And but my dad had already kind of been in and out the picture at that time. He was in Colombia, then he was coming back, and so I would rarely see him. So I was just a kid just trying to find a way to kind of like impact my family even at a young age because I was the oldest and it was just my mom. So in my mind, I always had like, y'all got to protect my mom. I got to do something to help moms out. And so growing up, we ended up moving to Tampa around when I was like 10 and, finishing middle school or high school out there. That's when I got into sports. That's when I first started hearing about um, uh, like for me, obviously I was already listening to hip hop, but that's when I started getting into like rapping myself. Not necessarily rap, but I was around rappers. And so doing stupid things that every other young kid was doing anyway. So I was just outside, and then
Typical New York life growing up, huh?
yeah, yeah, but then right into Tampa, like I said, right transition right into Tampa. But then it's just different because the weather's better out here, all that stuff. So I was enjoying it. And in our family, we had a lot of family in Tampa too. So, but it was good though. Like I said, the oldest of four kids in the household, so had to certainly set a tone for the rest of my siblings too.
You definitely have, man. Man, from your battle rap to your Christian rap to your regular songs you make outside of Christian and battle rap, like man, you doing it big, bro. I'm proud of you, bro. Like for real. No, knowing where you came from, knowing
Yeah.
your actual story, bro. I'm proud of you. Man, you have a battle coming up against A Ward. How do you mentally prepare for these type of battles?
Yeah. Every battle, like I got like two more before him. I think maybe two or three more before him, but man, I try to make sure I lock in. I try to watch some battles to kind of motivate me. I try to have like a storyboard in my role in my office where I'm kind of like breaking down each round. What do I want to do? Do I want this round to go ahead and be my round while I'm doing a bunch of punchlines? Second round, do I want to joke? Third round, do I want to angle? Like I gotta like come up with a game plan on how to attack my specific opponent. So a lot of studying, a lot of figuring out what worked in the past for them, what did, what can I kind of like use in my battle to kind of give me the victory. So it's not like I'm just going in there just aimlessly just punching like some battle rappers. I really have like I try to make sure I have a game plan every time.
One thing I can say, man, your delivery is amazing. Like
Yeah.
man, your angles, your delivery, your charisma, man, and what
Right.
what I love about your style, you don't curse.
Yeah.
And that, I honestly, I feel like with you not cursing and with you being a Christian battle rapper, that eats a lot of them guys up because
Yeah.
you so cold with it. You know what I mean? And I remember when you first came in the game, you would battle somebody, they want to throw you being a Christian, and then like here comes round two. Loso, what they just said about me being a Christian, Loso about to turn it on. You know what I mean? And just like that stove even more. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you stay true to who you are, man. I love that and I respect that for real. You don't fall victim to the game. So that's amazing, man. Um, man, let's talk about Champion Magazine, man. You was on their very first cover. How does that make you feel? And what does that mean to you?
Man, I thought it was. I mean, it is an honor because it was such a prestigious. They haven't really done it actually in a minute, but it was such a prestigious milestone because, in my opinion, Champion is the number one in battle rap. It's the number one platform, number one battle rap award show, like all that stuff. So when they started doing when they did their first edition, and I had the best performance that weekend, it like it set the tone for the rest of the league because everybody else in battle rap was like, "Oh, I got to get on the cover. I got to get. Look how dope it is." And granted, everybody. It's not necessarily like you're gonna remember who's first one all the time, but it is cool to just say like, "Yo, I was like the legit first edition of it." And so, it's an honor, bro. Shout out to Jay Black. Shout out to Champion for even putting me on there, considering. But that's just a testament to hard work, bro.
That's amazing, man. Proud of you for that. For all my sports fans, I got a lot of sports fans that follow me. Champion Magazine, the best way I could explain it to you guys is the ESPN, the sports center
Yeah.
of battle rap. You know what I mean? The SBs of battle rap. So big up Soloso for that. For real. It's hard to earn respect in battle rap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Would you say you had to go 10 times harder because you are a Christian battle rapper?
Um. So I would say this: when I came in, I never marketed myself like that, and I don't even like calling myself that. That's what my battle rap opponents do. They bring up my face, but I think it's more so that I'm bold about my pride about it, right? I let people know, like, yo, God, God helped me through this time or stuff like that, and so they'll look at it and be like, oh, well, he's a Christian battle rapper, so now I'm gonna go ahead and attack his face, yada yada yada. So it came off that way, but now when they started utilizing it, what I had to do, I did have to like step up and be nice because a lot of people think like, oh, well, that's the only reason why you guys stood out. Nah, bro, there's hundreds of guys who come out and they're about, and, they're bold about their faith. You don't see them where I'm at. You don't see them where Sergeant A-Ward at. You don't see them, main eventing or being on the big stages. You got to be super nice. It's similar to like Eminem being a white rapper. Like he made it so that if you were white coming after him, you had to be nice. You couldn't just say you were a white rapper. And since then, we've never even seen one like him, right? So whatever, everybody already has their niche. Everybody always has like, yo, he's this type of rapper. He's that type of rapper. So for me, I actually think being Latino is tougher in battle rap than it is, quote unquote, being a Christian or a believer.
Can you elaborate on that? Why do you feel that way?
Um, Man, I just think in a culture predominantly, a predominant black culture, even though Puerto Ricans and Latinos in general have a big hand in hip hop. Period. It just seems like the fans are more welcoming or more prone to kind of like lean towards like a white battle rapper rather than a Latino. I just think that it's tougher for even my other Latino battlers and even myself. Like it's just tougher because we just don't get the same opportunities. One, and then two, I don't know. They kind of just don't want to see us as the face. So for me, getting to where I got is actually more of an obstacle me being Latino than it is Christian or whatever else.
I feel that. Let's see. What would you say where people started respecting you?
I would say, man, it was early on, bro. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Was it cutting out?
All right, we good.
Okay. Was it cutting out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So I would say.
All right, so
I would say.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. All right. So I would say that. Kind of. It happened quick in bullpen. When I got to bullpen, when I got to Atlanta, I started getting probably my DNA battle because I got him pretty early. So I probably had 2 checkpoints. One my DNA battle, but then my respect came when I debuted it on URL on Gnome. And so when that happened, it was kind of like, oh, Loso's here. Loso's a ride type of thing. And that was where, even though the fans kind of were already, talking about me, the culture kind of took heed and was like, yo, he's not just battling, but like he's like a superstar. So I would say when I debuted on Gnome.
I'm glad you mentioned the DNA battle because for me, like I said, I've always respected you as a battle rapper. I knew you was different. Like I said, your charisma was different. But for what made it official for me, where I was like, all right, Loso's here, was that DNA battle.
Yeah.
Because before you, no rookie done came and put it on DNA. You know what I mean? And man, I can't. Every time I reference you, I reference that battle. Anytime I want somebody that never heard of you or to show a battle, I show that battle.
Yeah.
Because to me, for me personally, that's the battle that you made it known I'm here and I'm not going nowhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you killed it. What you said, I'm right with God and I right with God. Like, man, that's I love all your battles, but that battle right there, that does it for me. For real. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, this dude for real. This dude serious. For real. That's what's up though. Right. But let's talk about you being a Christian rapper. How did that come about and how did you flip the switch from battle rapper to Christian rapper?
Yeah, like I said earlier, man, it was never a thing. Like to me, it was never like, yo, I'm gonna be this. I was just rapping. That's all it was. I was just rapping, and I rap about my life, and I couldn't talk about my life without what God did for me. So I never put a label on me, and never did none of that. In regards to like switching with battle rap, it's not even that same thing. Like I don't even look at it that way. So like when you ask me that question, for me it's more like I'm Loso, and within Loso, I could do acting, I could do battle rap, I could make a song, I could go do a podcast, whatever it is. And obviously, I love God, so that's just gonna show itself with whatever I do. And so it's no switch that I'm doing. It's just I'm Loso, and Loso wears a bunch of different hats. And so with quote unquote making music or whatnot, it's the same thing as I'm doing anything else. Whatever I want to do, I want to make sure I put my best foot forward. So, like I said, I never call it that. I just say like, yo, I make music. If somebody comes up to me and is like, oh, what type of rap? I'm just like, I'm a rapper. I'm a dope rapper, and I can rap, and I could battle, and I can do X, Y, Z. Now, if what you hear from that is encouraging, if what you hear from that is inspiring, praise God. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. But I don't like to put no labels on whatever I do.
I respect that, man. Definitely like that. One thing I do want to say, man, I'm out here in Houston. Man, Houston loves you, man. No matter what type of music you putting out, man, Houston loves you. Big shout out to Rich Alexander. I was out there shooting a music video with him. I was chopping it up with him. I started talking about you, and man, yeah, I fuck with Loso. Loso, that's my guy. Blah blah blah. Yo, Houston show you love, man, for real.
Yeah, they do, bro. They do. Like I said, when I debuted on Gnome, that was in Houston.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they show you a lot of love out here. A lot of love out here. Your music video for "I'm Coming Back." Let's talk about it, man. What inspired that song, and how was your experience shooting that video? Like, wasn't you in Brazil or somewhere? I know you was in a different country shooting that video.
I was in South America. I was in Colombia, and fire, bro. The people out there that shot it. I mean, that boxing scene, they created that from the ground up. That's not a. We could have easily rented out a boxing place. That was not a boxing spot, bro. They created the boxing ring on the spot. They created the lockers, the everything. And it was just a fire experience. They're so good to work with. They're professionals. The storyline came from I made the song just like so really what inspired it is I wanted it to get into a movie. I wanted to place that song, and I still want that song to kind of get placed into some sort of movie or whatnot. But when I did it, I envisioned kind of like this like big like boxing movie, maybe Creed, or some sort of overcoming whatever you're going through. So that's how the song got wrote. But when I gave it to the videographers, they were like, "Yo, you know what? This is what we see. We see a battle within yourself, and you should be fighting yourself. And we're gonna set it up like a big boxing match, and you training for it." And I was like, "Bet." Now that concept has been done before, but it has. I don't think it's with a cinematic feel like how he did it with black and white and all that stuff. And so it's dope, bro. It's one of my best videos. But that's how I always try to do. I try to make sure my videos always kind of like stand out from your normal stuff. So I was super excited I'm super excited to shoot it, but I was super proud of the final result.
Yeah. I remember, you were sharing the videos of y'all making it. Like you said, they built everything. I've seen them. You know what I mean? The process of the music video being made. I remember when you posted a picture after they put the makeup on you, and I thought you got beat up.
Yeah.
I'm like, Loso, like what happened? I sent you. I don't remember I sent you a message. And everybody like, yo, what's going on, Loso? Then I remember you were shooting that music video.
Mm-hmm.
But that's awesome, man, to be able to travel the world and you know what I mean, to experience all that stuff, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, we had talked about your battle against A-War next month. What do you have working? What are you working on, and when's your next tour?
Yeah. So currently, I'm doing battles pretty much every week. I battled this weekend in LA, next weekend in Dallas. I'm kind of like back to back with a lot of stuff, but I also I got this this TV show that we did on YouTube called Trial and Error, a production company called Last Second C that should be dropping soon. And then we have what is it? We have the Post and Auto Tour in, I want to say, bro, August. Yeah, I think it's in August or whatnot. So it's dope, bro. Like, we got a lot of things working on. So, tour coming up, some shows, all these different things. We're just trying to, be active and stuff. So I try to get my hands on as much projects as I possibly can this year.
And man, we're gonna close the interview with this last question, man. What advice would you give the younger generation that's trying to make moves?
Man, I think you're in such a great time to be quote unquote creating in 2023 because, bro, it's nothing that you can't do. You know what I'm saying? For me growing up, you had to go get a job at Olive Garden or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like for them, you just turn on your camera, bro, and just hustle. So I would say, what are you passionate about? What are you most passionate about? Is it music? Is it helping out, kids? Is it shoes? Is it whatever? There's nothing back in the day, bro. If you told people you wanted to play video games, it was like you wasted your life.
Yeah.
Or if you wanted to just, buy Jordans, you wasted your life. Bro, now you can flip anything into a hustle, bro. You can turn anything. So, bro, like, whatever you are passionate about, whatever you are most intrigued by, take that and hit the ground running and know that, you can make a living off of it. So, just hustle, bro, and don't give up on your dreams.
I like that, man. And saying that, we're gonna end this episode. But before we do, I just want to thank you, man, because you're one of the people that inspired me to start my podcast and to follow my dreams.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get too much into it because I'm actually gonna have a story on myself, and so everybody understand where I'm coming from and how this became about. But I definitely appreciate you, Cuzzo, for real. It's a blessing to have you on here, man. I wish you success beyond your imagination, brother, for real.
Always, my God. I appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir. And saying that, episode 26, kicking it with a top 10 battle rapper in the world, Loso is done. We are complete. H-Town stand up. All right, brother. Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir.